The soccer tournament, 7-on-7, 20-minute halves, no offsides, no throw-ins. We've got kick-ins, unlimited subs on the fly. Every game ends with a goal and target score time. We'll explain more about that as we roll along. A look at the UFOs starting lineups again. A lot of those legends there for West Ham and some young up-and-coming academy players as well. And then stars from the Far East, including Safi Salih, legend in the Malaysian Super League. As we're underway, the familiar colors of West Ham, the all-whites here for Far East United. Again, first of two 20-minute halves. Again, that target score will be set at the end of 40 minutes of regulation. One goal added to the score of the leading team at that point. That becomes the target score. The first team to that number will win the game. If we're tied, once we get to target score time, it essentially becomes next goal wins. Good look here, through ball opportunity there for West Ham. Tyrone Mears, part of West Ham for a couple of seasons there, 2006, 2007. 40-year-old making that run. And the ball coming up. Opportunity here on this corner initially for West Ham. Ball chipped, far post, and headed out.
Yeah, it's a good start by West Ham. All they're getting on the end of it. Don't be surprised to go into number 10, Marvin Harewood, ex-Newcastle and West Ham player. And anyone that knows, obviously, with West Ham, their academy has been built on the West Ham way, which is playing soccer, which will suit a lot of their players on this smaller field, more on the technical side. Their academy's been used on bringing players in that want to keep hold of the ball, want to have good possession. But they will go into the striker, whether it's Marvin or whether it's going to be Carlton Cole. They've got someone to play off of, like a point guard where you can play little pick and rolls off of him. So that's what they're going to do a lot. Oof.
There you see.
Nice tackle.
Big man there.
Didn't take long.
And Harewood going down. No slide tackles here, but foot tackle. Clearly legal and a nice play. As we look to see Far East United be interesting again. Both of these teams in the feeling out process. Their first time playing with these rules. Their first of 3 games in group play. 8 groups of 4 teams. Top 2 in each group will make it through to the knockout rounds. But West Ham coming through, kind of a full-scale work for them. Try to figure out how they're going to play. And it was pretty relaxed at Far East United's training yesterday. They had a 5-day training camp in Las Vegas. Part for vacation
I'd like to
for
be
a
on
lot
that
of these
training
players
camp. That seems
to come across the globe, but also
that I want to be involved in.
Yeah, got a lot of their work in too ahead of time before.
Yeah, of course
here.
they did. Is that what they told you?
We'll see if their luck comes up right here in North Carolina. Dispossessed, breaking back. Archie Woods again, young up and comer. Time of the West Ham U21 club for the 19-year-old. Again, that quick kick in on the fly.
Jarvis there with a nice little bit of thinking, just to whip it in a little bit earlier. They've had a good start. They've retained the ball well. West Ham, they've kept the game alive. Manchester United, like you said, I think they're just getting used to each other, let alone the system and how it is. So, play on, referee. And now another one. Play on, ref. Oh, play the advantage. He's got the advantage, ref.
Yeah, Alexis Ferreira with the call. That's Archie Woods down. Get the 19-year-old prospect there for West Ham United.
There's 1 or 2 tackles as he's played in. He sees him coming, playing. The referee's in a good position. But if he just lets it go a second, West Ham have got a bit of an opportunity. But Woods is someone that they can play off of. If Wall gets the ball, Tyrone Mings at the back. They can play off of him and then go nice and wide. Look how Jarvis has kept his width, which allows the centre forward just to be isolated. Try and get the ball into the middle. That's nice.
Good touch wide. Ball centrally. Can't get the shot off in time. Woods running out of space. Deflected out. Will be a corner here for West Ham.
Yeah, I think with West Ham as well in the Premier League, doing with David Moyes staying up this season, they look to build. They was in Europa as well. Got that competition coming along. Declan Rice is their superstar player. So again, a bit like Dortmund, when you're playing for a club like West Ham, Wolves, you know, there's big expectation. And some of these players have played at the highest level. There's one coming on, Luis Bormalto, played for Portugal. They've got talented players right the way throughout their roster.
Saw that chance for Elliott Ward. Now another one for Woods, played on. Shot attempt there. Deflected back through. Matt Jarvis, over 400 appearances in his pro career, including a multi-year stretch with West Ham. Plays the corner quickly.
West Ham have come here for business. They've not come here to have a little bit of fun and get to know each other. They've got some players that want to express themselves, but also they've got some winners.
Oh, first break chance here for Far East, and a shot there. Cranked, and that one didn't miss by much. Saleh had a clean look.
Just opening up his body, a good counter-attacking play, and that's how they're going to play. Far East United. And he's just trying to whip that in against Martin to that far side, but just gets underneath. You see how he's leaning back? It's like one of my golf shots. You lean back too high and it goes high and wide.
Shane Malcolm with an initial push-up. A guy that played college soccer here in North Carolina at High Point, various pro spots. Been a member of the Guam national team for the last decade.
Great facilities as well. You know, the surface is excellent. They had a lacrosse tournament here not too long ago, but it looks magnificent.
Airwood trying to latch onto it. Counter opportunity Far East. Malcolm, patient, playing it back. That one slid wide.
Yeah, although West Ham have had a lot of possession, it's Far East United that have had the better chances. That's another gilt-edged chance. Again, just trying to pass that into the corner, but they've got the freedom, particularly the midfield three of Far East United, of when they break with numbers and keep the two defenders back to make sure a little bit of cover's there.
That was a chance for Alex Cazares, 35-year-old. Been on some championship sides in the indoor league, MASL. So we've got some indoor players Far East has picked up. We'll see them scattered across some of the squads here in TST. And intrigued whether guys used to playing in tighter spaces are more effective in this format. Yeah,
one of the Soccers is Craig Charles, the legend of the indoor soccer game, to be around. It's a totally different game, you know. Anton Ferdinand has come on, another player that's well represented for West Ham and come through the ranks with his brother, obviously Rio Ferdinand, and that identity that comes through with West Ham about passing the ball.
Woods there for Hines.
Another tackle for him.
He's down. Whistle. Free kick West Ham. And you'll see scores flashing up from some of the other games going on here around the competition. You look at Kenny Brown, assistant manager for this group, kind of orchestrating things at their training. Tom Skinner is listed as the head coach of this group, a guy known for his appearance on The Apprentice UK, social media, TV personality.
The target.
Big blast into the wall. Woods will go back centrally. Extra touch, deflected out. It'll belong here to Far East. Just about 8 minutes deep into the first of our two 20-minute halves. At the end of the 40 minutes, target score will be set. That number will loom as the goal for each of these teams to get to. And if one team's up 2-0, target score becomes 3. First team to get to 3 wins the match.
Yeah, the Far East United, they're playing a low tempo game. You know, they're trying to pass, and when they go in that final third, then they go a little bit explosive. But that's quite comfortable for West Ham. No one's really making a run in behind. You can be offside. You know, it's totally different to what a lot of these players are used to. You know, you're not used to running offside because you think the flag's going to go up, so you're timing your run. Here, you can play deep and stretch the field.
Jason Cunliffe with a touch. I played college soccer at Santa Clara, played in Guam as a pro for a long time and with the Guam national team. I played back to him.
You said about the coach of Brown, he was an ex-player as well, so he knows the club and knows the identity as well. It's great when I see these players. I haven't seen them for a long while, and then when I go and see and chat to them, Is that really you? Is it the same person?
Well, it's been fun to walk around training. Not only are players that haven't seen each other getting reunited and reliving some of those old things, but players seeing other guys on other teams that they've known.
And that's the thing you miss as an ex-player, you know, and any sportsman. It's not necessarily. Let's come back here. What a
chance
save
there. Rebound attempt goes high.
Well, Martin, excellent save down low, and then Ferdinand reacts very, very quickly to get across because it bounces up. Good possession. As I said, they keep hold of it, and then once they get in the final third, clever little shot there. But watch Ferdinand come along. Martin, this is a great save because it's low. He has to get down low through legs, and then Ferdinand comes across and just blocks it out.
Malcolm with the first attempt. Quality stop from Martin. And the second from Sally. Deflected away. Near side. That one off the bar. Martin got a piece deflected back out, and Far East United looking ultra dangerous. Another chance goes high.
Yeah, well, West Ham started the game very well. They were very positive, but whether it's the substitutions or the tempo of the game has started up, but the Far East United have done well. That's one very fortunate, Martin, that it didn't bounce into the back of the net. Hits off that post and then just skims off the back of his leg, and again, West Ham defender to clear it off the lines. But there's your wake-up call for West Ham. As I said, started the game well, but now all of a sudden there's a little bit more tempo, a little bit more urgency from the Far East United. They've been caught wanting a little bit.
Felipe Sousa.
But Jason, just going back to seeing some of the old players as well, is that, you know, it's not necessarily the games you miss, it's the training, the fun, it's the banter, as they say, of having fun, reconnecting with people. And I think any athlete, that's the thing they really miss, is in the locker room and a little bit of fun that goes with it.
Yeah, they'll have new war stories to tell from their time here at TST. Chance here for West Ham. Played wide for Jarvis. Touch there from Frank Noble.
Oh, good movement.
Nice leave off. Far East playing it back.
Nice little atmosphere as well. The stadiums are getting full. People are coming in. They're walking around the complex looking at other games, but this seems to be the main event at the moment. Jarvis being involved. A real mixture of people coming along, but what a great occasion for someone in this region to come and spend a day.
And each of the 32 teams getting in group play today with a couple of games. Then final game of the trio of group games for all of these sides coming tomorrow. And we'll get to the knockout rounds. Eventually working our way down to the two championship participants on Saturday playing for the $1 million. Runner-up gets nothing, like all these other teams playing for that $1 million take-all prize.
And I think it is that first game, you know, not in this type of tournament, but whenever you play, just get the first touch, first game out the way, feel composed, and then I think we're going to see, as the games go on, the quality, the goal ratio will go up.
See Matt Holland, coach of this Far East squad, coaches in Southeast Asia, orchestrating his team here. Getting in after weathering that initial storm from West Ham. They have settled in and had the more dangerous of chances.
There's another tackle coming in. That good possession now. You know, they're keeping the ball well, spacing it out. They've adapted to maybe the system a little bit quicker. As I said, West Ham started it very well. Marvin Harewood was their main focal point, their main striker, and they could play off of him, but he's having a rest at the moment.
Saw Anton Ferdinand there, said get those juices flowing, the competitive edge back for him. Said his 5th year retired now, restart.
I'll remind him at half-time if them juices are still flowing then when he keeps chasing that forward around.
Gio Rodriguez playing it at his feet. Again, guy with futsal experience in Mexico. That 5-on-5 aside played on the hard floors. See how that translates to this format here in TST.
And that's what you've got, you know. Oh, good save again. But you've got like indoor soccer, you've got futsal players, you've got a real wide range. You've got a basketball legend, Hall of Famer that's going to be Steve Nash involved. So a football player, John Kocinko. So it's all definitely the indoor players have got a little bit of a advantage because it's that technical side. It's the player move. And as I said, when you said Ferdinand's been out of the game 5 years, that's what you miss, that power, being able to move, going left to right and keep changing direction.
This Far East team keeps generating shots corner coming.
We'll have to do well
Caceres
against
to
Martin.
take it.
Martin's a good keeper.
Shot denied in front of the goal. Down the side, taken down. Foul coming. Kyle Reed, another West Ham alum.
Yeah, the West Ham bench jump up. That's getting you the juices flowing to get a bit of aggression in the game. But no doubt with West Ham, just need to step it up a little bit. They're inviting too much pressure. And I always think in these games, we see it last game, you know, the first goal is the most important game. It sort of gives you that belief that you can go on, gives you that confidence.
Noble. Ridden off.
Can't give the ball away.
Sousa ahead, ridden down by Reed. And could this be a yellow?
Card,
and we've got a booking.
I think Jarvis just asking, what about that foul up there? That wasn't a card, but this one was a bit more cynical. He got caught the wrong side, and then once I don't think the referee had any hesitation. A good thing again, look, he gets in front of him. Now you've either got to let him go or you foul him, and the referee had no alternative. Because if not, it's one against Ferdinand, you fancy he might be able to come inside. So once an attacker goes across the defender, you've either got to back off and let him run through, or you just take him down, and unfortunately then you end up in the referee's notebook. But again, in front of the goalkeeper, they're trying to give a little bit of distraction for him. Woods, the West Ham player, just marking him.
Set in front. Didn't miss by much. Far East United with another opportunity. Masaki Watanabe, veteran of the J League and Malaysia Soccer League for multiple clubs, with a good look.
Well, they thought there was a little bit of a deflection or even a handball. He's pulling his arm away, but referee just lets the game go on.
That was Mears who was closest to it, pulled away, and now this pass centrally for Martin. Under 4 minutes left to go here, opening half. And 20 more minutes to come in half number 2 before we set the target score. Right now, potentially trending towards a tie at this juncture, looking for our first group game for both here in the debut of TST. Woods not pleased with that.
Yeah, they just feel West Ham players that a couple of the decisions haven't gone their way. Ask the referee, and for the Far East players as well, to play against some of these players is obviously a dream. They've played against good quality, but you're talking about Premier League players that, you know, 200, 300, 400 games in their career. You said with Jarvis, Lewis Belmonte played at a high level, Anton, Ferdinand, Carlton Cole. You know, these are players that have played at a high level, played against some of the best players in the world, and for them to have this experience to go on there. So that excitement and that energy will be there earlier on. You just wonder in the second half how that materialise. It's an easy giveaway.
Pick near midfield. Reed. Ridden out.
Good defending. Just got his body there and just eased him out. You know, was never going to get the ball. Used his experience, just bodied him out. Slid it out a little bit.
36-year-old Watanabe with a heady play. And another 36-year-old Rodriguez triggering the goal kick here for Far East.
If you're going to press, you've got to press together. You can't go one-on-one because you're going to get picked off. That's a good recovery run, but now they're a little bit short.
Deflected front, picked up. Edge of the penalty area.
Yeah, just looking at the West Ham bench, they all stand up, a bit of a frown on their face. I think there's a few nerves. That's why they're encouraging each other, because they know they're in a game. You know, they know they're playing against players that are maybe a little bit more fitter, a little bit more mobile.
Patience. on field 3 between Club Necaxa and SLC FC. We are 0-0 in the 6th minute. Checking in, fans on field 3. We have a goal for SLC FC. The score on field 3, SLC FC 1. Club Necaxa 0. 6 minutes into field 3's match.
Renegade GKs will be a part of TST because, like us, this tournament is exciting and different. Check us out. Take advantage of the special 10% discount. All Renegade GK left. Be sure to check out the Talk.com merchandise link located at leaving a link. North Carolina FC Youth is proud to have current and former coaches, players, and staff participating in TST. Downtown to learn more about soccer programs and
You must have just gone to the bathroom, but let me know 5 or 15 minutes. What?
Fans, some upcoming action on field 4 in a Group D matchup. Culture by Mo Ali FC taking on Dallas United. We are minutes from kickoff on field 4. Fans checking in on field 3. SLC FC is up 1-0 over Necaxa after a Daniel Chimay penalty kick goal in the 6th minute. On field 3, it's SLC FC 1, Club Necaxa 0 in the 9th minute. And fans, coming up shortly on field 5, Virginia Dream will take on Hapoel Tel Aviv FC. Kickoff scheduled for approximately 11:15 a.m.
Broadcast radio? I need more information. Yeah, they never gave me a stoppage time in the second half.
if you're just joining us, welcome. This is the group stage action of the soccer tournament 2013 right here at Lakewood Soccer Park in beautiful Cary, North Carolina. This is a 32-team event with the top 2 teams from each group advancing on to our 16-team knockout tournament. Each of today's teams finds itself just 7 wins away from winning $1 million.
Okay, cool. So if you could just keep me honest then, that's great. Yeah. I'll give you, Alex Cup will be on. When the game ends, will you use the next time? Okay, okay. I mean, if we're on time, we're on time.
Fans checking in on the game at Stadium Field 2. Or at the end of the first half between Far East United and West Ham United FC, we are 0-0.
That's not as cold as stoppage before. They just never gave you. You only heard it before. I heard trying to, but it didn't mean why. Yeah, just now that you're thank you. Thank you. No, thank you. Big help. So that's one when the goalie gets someone they bring up here, and I follow you,
Fans, let's remind you of the rules of TST. They are as follows. There is no slide tackling, no offsides, and we play 2 20-minute halves, followed by target score time. At the end of the second half, we set a target score by adding 1 to the leading team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins. During target score time, a player will be removed from each team every 5 minutes.
I'm trying to, like, it's hard to work. So, like, take it, but you've already done it. You know? So I'm trying to tell you when you're working and when you're not. Like, that doesn't have right. It's very weird. So we're back on time, so we'll be up in a minute.
Checking in on field 3, we have a CLC FC goal. In the 15th minute, the score on field 3, SLC FC 2, Necaxa 0. just kicked off between Culture by Mo Ali FC and Dallas United. Once again, that's on Field 4. Checking in on Field 4, we have a goal for Culture by Mo Ali FC. That match, Culture by Mo Ali FC 1, Dallas United 0 in the first minute. Checking in on Field 4, we have a goal by Culture of Mo Ali FC. That match on Field 4, Culture by Mo Ali FC 2, Dallas United 0 in the third minute. Checking in on Field 3, your final score, SLC FC 2, Necaxa 0 in the 20th minute. Fans over on Field 5 in a Group C matchup. About to get underway, we have Hopper Tel Aviv taking on Virginia Dreams. We're moments away from kickoff. Once again, that's on Field 5. A Group C matchup. Hopper Tel Aviv taking on Virginia Dreams.
Thank you again, guys. I'll be back periodically. I'm going to stay till this one starts and then bounce back. All right?
Oh no, are they not gonna do shit about it? Damn. I would be mad. That's $1 million. Oh, wow.
at TST and Team Apparel right on site. Once again, that's the soccer.com merchandise tent. It's located near the entrance. Checking in on field 3, we're at halftime, where your score is SSC FC 2, Club Necaxa 0. Ongoing on Club 4, your score Culture by Mo Ali FC 2, Dallas United 0 in the 6th minute.
Tell them I've got number 3. Oh, so he doesn't want number 3 right now.
Okay, I have returned. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Wait, we're 5 minutes, so we think this is accurate to kick this likely. Okay. Okay, cool. This one should be interesting. So the Israeli team is literally just their like professional under 20 team. So everyone's in shape except the legend. And then the Virginia team plays together all the time, like as a team. So it should be a little bit better soccer. So Group C, what's the score in the Necaxa SLC game? Cool. Thank you. Jim, one thing, just to remind me, like, just have me reset every once in a while on, like, jersey colors. Yeah, I did. Second half, I didn't do it again for a while, and then I'm like, no one knows who, you know? But yeah. Phil says hi. the soccer tournament for the first time ever. 7v7, 4 days for a chance at $1 million and immortality in carrying North Carolina here. Field 5 Group C action. Hapoel Tel Aviv coming over from Israel facing off against Virginia Dream, the local side. I'm David Goss here on TST's YouTube page with you. This is what TST is, a 7v7 tournament between some of the best players on the planet. 20-minute halves as we head towards what is a target score time. At the end of 20 minutes, we set a target score, and whoever hits that number wins on a walk-off goal every single game, every single time. Many other rule tweaks as well, the big one being no offsides, no throw-ins, and running substitutions throughout the game. We are here in Group C. Hapoel Tel Aviv versus Virginia Dream in Group C, along with SLC and Nicoxia. Nicoxia currently trailing SLC 2-0. As we take a look at some of our star players, and we're going to start with this young man, Jean-Christophe Kofi, a UVA legend, DC United Academy player, broke through professionally with New York Red Bulls too, and he is using the Virginia Dream as an opportunity to reset his career and put himself back on the stage he wants to be. He, along with many of these other Virginia Dream players, their coaching staff stating, we want to give these players a platform once again to prove they can play in a Worlds with a Hapoel Tel Aviv, with a Borussia Dortmund, with a Wolves from England, to show that they can play at the pro level. And on the flip side, for Hapoel Tel Aviv, I said this is a young side. This is Hapoel's mainly their U20 players, some of the young players breaking into the first team, except this young man, Douglas Silva, young man in cheek, 39 years old, out of Florianopolis, Brazil.